Hey everybody, it's Rolly. And so today is day 6 of our soulful journey. And the one of the things that I wanted to talk about was the beauty of silence. So before I actually get into that, one of the things that I wanted to point out or to be able to share is that the workbook is definitely going to be ready tomorrow. So anybody who wants access to the actual workbook so that you can download it and be able to jot your points inside the workbook. It'll also have the link of or details of the work their other resources. So all that will be in there, and Grace will have that ready sometime tomorrow when she is done. So by tomorrow evening. So she works until 7 p.m. tomorrow. So by the end of her day tomorrow, it will be ready. So just send an email to info@rollyalaire.ca and we will make sure that that gets out to you. So today's conversation is about the beauty of silence. And so just very interestingly, so anybody who lives in our neck of the woods knows that we had some crappy weather this morning. And again, for people who know the area, drove out to Elk Lake and then through the back way to Englehart with one of Sheldon's clients today. And it was like horrible. So Sheldon headed down to North Bay, and my sister and her husband headed to Sudbury, and they're like, "Oh yeah, the weather's just great up here or out here," and like up here it was like horrible. When I came back into the area, then it was like not so bad, but it was that opportunity so that when we were coming back that or when I was coming back, that it was like silent and quiet, and I had the music turned off so that there was no distractions because there were some slushy and icy spots on the way. So just to kind of focus on what it is that I was doing. And so it was just that silence and just hearing like the rumbling of the wheels and the purring of the motor and just being able to just have that. And so although it wasn't complete silence, it was still being able to be in my own head and being able to have that opportunity to just slow down and let things go. And Sheldon always hates it when I'm traveling alone because it usually means tasks or things to be done, but it's just that opportunity for me to be able to just quiet things down, not having anything else going on. And so like no distractions, no phones, like no anything like that. So listening to the water and the windshield wipers and just that kind of like numbing kind of sounds. Because one of the things that is really important is for us to be able to have that opportunity to just be quiet and listen. And so yesterday I kind of alluded, or I guess I didn't really allude to it. I actually come right out and said it about being able to connect with my spirituality and being able to have that opportunity to like think about like, oh, what are the things that I need to tune in for. I talk to my clients a lot about being able to tap into our intuition. We already know all the things that we need, but a lot of times we forget. We forget to just slow down and tune in and just be in that space and in that quiet. So although I had Lizzie in the car, it was still that silence and that quietness of not doing anything. And so, but that allowed me to be able to, when I was done my meeting tonight at 6, or my meeting was done at 7, but when I was done my meeting tonight, that I was able to like just get a couple of things done that I haven't been able to like just kind of think about how I want to word things or do things. And so I was able to send off a draft about something that we've been working on, and a group of us have been working on. And so it was like, okay, so here's my thoughts. And so that silence today allowed me to be able to tune into that quiet, tune into that inspiration, and being able to share that out with what it is that I've been trying to like put out there. And so it may still need some more tweaks. I'm looking for feedback. So they're going to be able to give me some more tweaks on that. But it's just being able to just be in that silence. So whether it looks like meditation, whether it's just complete silence, and that complete silence is like super important as well. So last night, for example, just being able to just climb in the tub and just sitting in the tub and being quiet. I didn't have the lights on other than the light in the hallway. And my husband's like, well, what are you doing? Like, why is it all quiet? And it's like, I didn't have any candles lit or anything like that. It was like just quiet and dark in the bathroom, that I just had that opportunity to just kind of be in silence and just be able to do that. And so it really is important for us to be able to just stop and slow down. And this is not the right time of the year for me in terms of like being able to be out in nature. But like I know some people who, like my friend Melissa, who just goes to the barn and just hangs out there with the horses, and it's just that quiet time of doing nothing. And it's not doing nothing. She is doing something, but it's just the quietness of nothingness, right? So, like, yeah, the horses might be making sounds, or like the brush of whatever it is that she's brushing when she's brushing the horse. And just that quietness of just being in that space, allowing yourself to be able to have that opportunity for daydreaming and just that introspection and whatever it is that we need to be able to rejuvenate ourselves. We need that. And if we don't do that, it makes it really difficult for us to be able to like keep going. And especially when things have been challenging, and we all have our bumps in the roads, and some people's bumps are heavier and bigger than others. And it's not about that comparison. But one of the things is that there has been a lot for me since July of like different things that have been going on. So like this one thing, and some things have been good, some things have not been good, but it's just this whole whirlwind of things. And I guess probably kind of going back to March when Clark was born, and just like all these different things that have been happening and going on. And it's just nice to be able to just sit in quiet. And so being able to go and sit out on my deck this summer was nice, to be able to just have that opportunity to just sit quiet. And I know that when I've connected with clients, is that they can actually see in the backdrop where they can see the trees in the background, and or hear the wind blowing through the microphone, and all those things. And it was just really nice to be able to just have that quiet and that connection. So um silence really is about being able to get clarity, and it really is about being able to connect to that higher being, higher spirit, higher whatever it is that we want to call it, but also being able to tune into the things that we are able to do. And so one of the things that I encourage you, that I'm gonna, because again, I've got a takeaway each week, each night. And so one is being able to initiate a silence hour. And so like just quiet, like nothing for an entire hour of just sitting in silence and just turning off everything, the lights and the sound, and turning off your phones and turning off the TVs, and just being in that space. And if you can and have the ability of being able to connect with nature, that's always the best. But it's just being able to just be quiet, like nothing more. And so, one of the things that I invite you to do is like even just taking a journal and just writing, right? So just nothing, just whatever it is that is coming up, like no trying to come up with a thought, just sitting there, and whether it's doodling or whatever it is that that looks like. So I invite you to do that sometime this week. And um, yeah, so I'm looking forward to some feedback as to how that went for you, and I will definitely share mine. And yeah, I think I'm going to do that tomorrow morning before I get onto the busyness of my day. So, first thing tomorrow morning, I think that's where I'm going to start. So, I will chat with all of you guys later, and have a fabulous day. Bye for now.